set a record tonight. Send y'all home about 6:30. Hopefully.
Sounds great. Try to watch the game. Come on now. Oh. Good evening and welcome to the Thursday, October 16th, 2025 Trotwood-Madison regular meeting. This meeting is a meeting of the Board of Education in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. Mrs. Adams, would you call the roll?
Yes, Mrs. Cherry?
Yes.
Mr. Lumpkin?
Yes.
Mrs. Simmons?
Yes.
Mrs. Kilgore? Yes.
Can we stand for the pledge, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next, we will have our mission statement by Ms. Taylor, student Taylor.
Okay. The district mission statement. The mission of Trotwood-Madison City Schools is to graduate all students prepared to excel in a global society with commitment to lifelong learning by guaranteeing a challenging curriculum facilitated by an innovative and dedicated staff, community participation, and state-of-the-art resources in a stimulating atmosphere. In other words, the goal is to make sure students graduate can compete worldwide, and that dedicated and qualified staff will ensure our success. And now I will read the middle school's mission statement. The mission of Trotwood-Madison Middle School is to create a safe and inclusive community for all stakeholders that prepares students for graduation by promoting academic success through leadership, development, global awareness, social, emotional development, and 21st century skills. Thank you.
Can you tell me how to pronounce your first name?
Nalia.
Nalia. Thank you, Nalia. That was awesome.
Great job. And what grade are you? Sixth. Okay. Great job, thank you. Next on our agenda, are there any community comments?
Not tonight.
Next on our agenda, I will need a motion to adopt the agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda?
No.
There are no changes. I need a motion to adopt the agenda as present.
Motion.
It's been moved in second. Mrs. Adams, would you call the roll?
Yes, Mrs. Simmons?
Yes.
Mrs. Kilgore? Yes. Mr. Lumpkin?
Yes.
Mrs. Cherry?
Yes. Motion passes for the agenda as present. Next, do we have any community comments?
We do not.
Next on our agenda is the consent agenda. Approval of the September 4th, 2025 work session meeting minutes and September 18th regular meeting minutes. Well, this is just for information. Are there any questions? Moving right along. Number 4 on our agenda is the treasurer's report.
Okay. I have 3 financial reports that I'm asking for approval for tonight. The first is our cash reconciliation report. And in this report, our bank statement balance for the month of September is $7,196,689.08. Our total of investments are $20,285,315.53. Our total bank and adjusted bank balance and our district balance in the system match at $28,322,097.09. I also have the checks over $1,000. We did have a finance committee meeting this evening, Mrs. Simmons and I. It was a very small group. This is a large list of checks. We did talk about the McGraw-Hill check at the top. That's the largest one, and that is for a K-5 math adoption. Last month, we talked about an ELA adoption, so we have some new and updated curriculum materials represented in those purchases. And then the third report I'm asking for approval on is the spending plan summary. And again, that's the report that lists the revenue and expenditures for this month. And so that is there for you to take a look at, and I'm asking for approval of these reports tonight.
Okay, we've heard the request from Mrs. Adams in reference to the September 2025 financial reports to include the bank reconciliation, checks over 1,000, and the spending plan summary. Are there any questions? I need a motion.
I'll motion.
Second. Ms. Adams, would you please call the roll?
Yes, Mr. Lumpkin?
Yes.
Mrs. Simmons?
Yes.
Mrs. Kilgore? Mrs. Cherry?
Yes.
Thank you.
Next up, item number 5 is the superintendent's report.
I do have just 2 items this evening. The first being for information. Item number A under superintendent's report is the student activity purpose statement and budget for Westbrook Village Elementary's Principals Fund for the 25-26 school year. Again, as I stated before, the network is intermittent at this point, but if you are able to pull the attachment up, you will see the objective, the goal, the amount of estimated revenue they would like to make, and they will be making those through fundraisers, admissions to events, and membership dues, and they also put together some information with regards to how that will happen. So this is for information this evening, and we'll come back next week and ask for action on the Westbrook Village account. The second item I have this evening is request for approval of the personnel agenda for the October 16th meeting, which is today. As always, I forwarded the personnel agenda to the members of the board last week. There were just a couple of additions that I did share as well, just some additional dates that we needed to update. But overall, the agenda has not changed. I'm trying to pull it up here. It's not working. But no major changes outside of the agenda from what I sent earlier this week and last week. And I am asking for action on that this evening.
Well, like Mr. Howard stated, we have had the opportunity to review the personnel agenda. Are there any questions? So I need a motion to approve the personnel agenda. Motion.
I'll second.
Ms. Adams, would you call the roll, please?
Yes, Mrs. Simmons?
Yes.
Mr. Lumpkin?
Yes.
Mrs. Kilgore? Yes. Mrs. Cherry?
Yes. Motion passes for the approval of the personnel agenda. Next up, item number 6 is discussion items and updates.
Okay, there were 2 discussion items that I was asked to share with the board, bring back to the board in this sense. The first is a update on the mental health caseloads. We discussed this last meeting, and I told the board I would follow back up this meeting with that information. So you make reference to document A in your folder, SPH August/September caseloads. You will see each building and the number of students on the caseload for those identified mental health specialists. As you can see, the number of individuals on the caseload does vary. It gives some brief description on some of the things that students are being met with for but the numbers are there for you. And if you do have any additional questions, I can follow up with Mr. Nadir to express those. To answer those. As you can see, the top 3 behaviors for a couple of the buildings are identified as well. And with this information, there's an understanding that, some of these may be check-ins, maybe just following up with students, all the way to possibly, spending some actual face-to-face time with kids. So it does vary on the nature of the needs for kids, but I was asked to provide the numbers, and I wanted to make sure you guys had those.
So I see the top 3 behaviors for the middle school and the high school, Mr. Howard, but for the ELC in Madison Park and Westbrook, the behaviors aren't listed.
Right. I can follow up with Mr. Nadir and get those and update the document.
Just curiosity.
That's, without a doubt. I'll make sure we get those for you.
Thank you.
Okay, item B, the Central State University Agricultural Partnership with TMHS follow-up. This was another item that was on the prior agenda, and I did have a conversation with Mr. Nadir. For some of you, you may or may not know, Mr. Nadir is very active in the Central State Alumni Association, and I believe he holds a couple offices as well. So he may not know, but I am going to defer to him to just give the board a brief update with regards to the conversation that he had about this program. Just a couple of bits of information from.
All right. I did have an opportunity to talk to Dr. Hall. He's the dean of the agriculture program. He's fairly new, so he couldn't give me any insight in terms of why the relationship between Trotwood-Madison and the university sort of dissolved. I am meeting with him, and there's like a regional officer, a regional representative as well. So I'm meeting with those individuals within the next week or 2. So pretty much everybody is new up there at the university level. But they do want to rekindle that relationship with the school district. So I will be meeting with those individuals within the next week or 2 to get that relationship rekindled. So I did actually talk to people, and then through email chain is where I got hold of some other folks.
Thank you.
And to piggyback on what Mr. Nadir said with regards to relationships, myself, Mrs. Murdoch, and Mr. McCray met with Central State as well to restart, in a sense, the conversation about CCP with Central State. And as Mr. Nadir made reference to this group of folks in agriculture, everybody at Central State is new. So we're in the process of really trying to reestablish these partnerships and this communication, because they've had a lot of turnover. So as we continue down this road, we'll make sure we update the board with information about those partnerships.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And those are the only 2 I had today.
Just roll it down. Item number 7 is treasurer comments, Ms. Jill.
Yes, I just wanted to share with the board that I was able to go to the ribbon cutting ceremony at West Draco last week. Mrs. Currington was there, Mrs. Murdoch was there, and Mrs. Anderson was also there. And I've driven by that facility and saw it go up, and it looks really neat, but it is really, really nice. I think they said they had 230 jobs, 45 filled already, so it just made me think what a great opportunity for our Trotwood families as far as parents maybe getting jobs, but then also just making sure that we continue to follow through on the internship opportunities for our students, because it's a really, really wonderful place, and they've already, a lot of people were there and they spoke of the ties they already have with the community. So I just, that was exciting to see. And so I just wanted to share that since you weren't able to make it, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 8, superintendent comments.
All right, I do have a couple comments this evening. With with your packet, I want to make reference to all of the documents that I've kind of stapled for you, just to give the board some information about some of the things that are going on in the district. And I'll move through these fast, but I wanted to make sure you had these documents. The first is November 7th, the annual recognition dinner for the Chamber of Commerce. All board members are invited. If you are interested in attending, please let myself or Ms. Potter know. One conflict that may happen is that with the November 7th date, if our high school football team is in the playoffs, well, still in the playoffs, then that is when the first game is going to be. So that will be a conflict, and from my understanding, we will have a home game, our first game. So I'm going to let Ms. Battle know. I will probably go for 30 minutes or 45 minutes or so, but I will let her know, because I know some of you attended that event last year. It was pretty nice. The district did win the large business of the year award last year, but that is the information for that. Next is the trunk or treat, Friday, October 17th, which is tomorrow from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The Honor Society, High School Honor Society, will be manning a Trotwood-Madison City Schools booth. We got several kids and a couple staff members. We collected candy throughout the district from volunteers, donations, and we have plenty of candy to pass out. So if you have a second or so, just to stick your head in, walk around Madison Park. This is the first time they've been back at Madison Park in a couple of years. I think they did it over at the Commerce Park the last couple of years, but they're going back to Madison Park this year. So tons of people out there, and a good opportunity for us to just kind of walk around and just connect with some of our folks in the community. The next one is the Battle of the Bands, taking place this weekend. I shared this flyer with you guys 2 weeks ago, and I just didn't want it to fall off your radar. October 18th, this Saturday, from starting at 2 p.m. Usually lasts a few hours up at the high school. Also this Saturday is the College Application 101. The athletic department will be hosting a as they call it, College Application 101, and it is just a seminar for parents of juniors or seniors that are interested in starting the process of applying for the FAFSA, walking through college applications. It's amazing when you start to have conversations with some parents, how many of them just don't know some of the first steps of getting their kids ready for the next steps. So the athletic department is hosting this in conjunction with the counseling department. It's from 10 to 12. They're going to have a light continental breakfast, and anybody that is interested can come and just get some general information about getting started with college applications, sending transcripts, completing the FAFSA, etc. That is this Saturday as well. So stop by that and then stick your head in the Battle of the Bands. Next, the Amazing Animal Show at the ELC. Mrs. Sterner forwarded this information on October 20th starting at 1:50. Mrs. Robinson's students will be elephants and tigers, Ms. Johnson's students squirrels and lions, and Ms. Harbaum's students as penguins and cheetahs. This is in conjunction with the Muse Machine, so if you have time to make this performance, it's always pretty cool seeing our kids be interactive in these drama presentations, and Ms. Stern wanted to make sure that I shared that with the board. Next, October 23rd, the 10% off the digital sales for the McDonald's app. We talked about this one last week. This is coming up as well. All of the digital sales, 10% of all digital sales will be donated to Trotwood-Madison High School Athletic Department. So if you eat McDonald's, if you don't, maybe go by and get a smoothie or something. Anything that is purchased from the McDonald's on Salem, 10% of those proceeds will go to the high school.
Is it still the website?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Everything's been sent on Parent Square. Everything that you see here has been sent on Parent Square. And last but not least, I got a flyer today from Ms. Robinson at the high school, yesterday. On the 23rd of October, the high school will be having electives night, where they have a fair, in a sense, where families, students, community members can come out and see some of the things that are going on in the building with regards to electives. As you can see, drone demos, music, interactive art, gym, food, raffle baskets, business, and more. So I wanted to share this with the board as well, from 5 to 7 on October 23rd in the high school commons in the gym. If you had a chance to visit that last year, it was a very engaging activity, a lot of community participation. So I wanted to make sure you guys had a copy of that. We are in the midst of parent-teacher conferences this week. We have had a lot of parents come through, which is always good. Kudos to the staff, principals that are here for promoting and engaging in conversations with parents. Westbrook is tonight. That's why Ms. Harden is not here. They did elect to have theirs on Tuesday and Thursday, so she is not here because of that. But a lot going on as we close the quarter. We are looking forward to our varsity Rams in the playoffs coming here soon. I believe we'll have a bye maybe the first week possibly, and with that bye, then we'll have a home game, which is pretty big in the playoffs because that's some additional revenue for the district and the athletic department. But other than that, that's really it. That was a lot, but I wanted to make sure you guys had all of those flyers so you can see some of the great things that are going on in our buildings this week and in the weeks to come. That's all I have.
Thank you for this information. Number 9, board comments. And we will start with Mrs. Kilgore.
Thank you, Ms. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Howard, for all the wonderful updates as usual. It's been a great start for the school year, and the first quarter went very fast, it seemed like. So keep up the good work, and thank you all for all that you do.
Mr. Lumpkin?
Yeah, first quarter did go by really quickly, but good job to all of the administrators and teachers and students. Let's get ready to go into the second quarter.
Mrs. Simmons?
I just wanted to say, I guess it's been a couple weeks ago, Erica Guy's anti-bullying parade on Saturday. It went very well. Attendance was good. Channel 7 was there. I don't know if we got any airtime. I didn't see it, but they were definitely in attendance. And hopefully, I'm hoping that we did good on the Goodwill fundraiser. I saw the truck up here all last week, so hopefully we did really well on that. Again, this year is going by really fast, quickly, and I think we're, with all the announcements that Mr. Howard gave today, I think we're on it and still doing a great job in all aspects of the district, so continue on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vice President Simmons. I also wanted just to say that, first of all, Mr. Howard, I wanted to let you know that I did get the information about the CTC students, and we have 26 students actually that's in College Credit Plus. We have 6 juniors and 26.
At CTC. Good. So with that, we had two nights of CCP meetings at the high school. And I know the first meeting was very well attended. I don't know, Mr. McCurry, do you know how many parents offhand?
I poked my head in it because I had parent-teacher conference. That's how it went.
Right.
So it was roughly about 15 parents.
Yeah, so it was pretty
But Monday
much.
was a lot larger than.
Yeah, 15 yesterday, and then the first meeting, I think there were about 40 to 45 parents, middle school and high school. So we are getting the word out, and I'm happy because we know where we were with this last year and how we were, we were a little disappointed in our show, our folks showing up, but they really did show up last week and got a lot of good information. I'm sorry.
No.
So 26.
26. So we have 6 juniors and 20 seniors. I just wanted to also say that Student Taylor did an awesome job with the mission statement. I think that we have a lot of things going on in the district, and I know that the board members will try to make as many events as possible. So, thank you, Mr. Howard, for that, sharing that information. And continue to do what we do, making progress, move the needle forward. I appreciate each and every one of you. And this is record time. The next on our agenda is the, executive session. We move into executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, or the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual per BOE Policy 0166 and ORC 121.22 G1. Action may be taken in the motion.
Motion.
I'll second.
Ms. Adams, would you call the roll?
Yes, Mrs. Simmons?
Yes.
Mr. Lumpkin?
Yes.
Mrs. Kilgore?
Yes.
Mrs. Cherry?
Yes, motion passes. We will enter into executive session at 5:55.